Liam White. White probing on the outside. Haas will take a turn at it. He's a 40% shooter this season. Skip it on through, working around for an outside drive. It's sizzled wide of the cage. Alex Marinier, the top shooting threat for Ohio State.
I love the snappy ball movement of Ohio State. They look in sync. They look crisp on this opening possession.
Shot clock down to 10. Marinier, wide open, he scores! Alex Marinier.
Marinier is like a chess piece on this Ohio State offensive board. Wherever he goes, the ball will follow. This is the defense incorporated by Ohio State. This is what I mean by Cordilla. You've got to have a little bit quicker move, and you have to have an exit plan. But watch Marinier just glide across the top of your screen, and Haas finds him on the backside. What a beautiful shot. Marinier has a rocket, and his placement is perfect. Of the Big Ten tournament against Michigan here. How about Ohio State a couple weeks ago, down by 3 goals with 5.5 minutes left to go in this game. And they came storming back to win 10-8, clinch the regular season championship. So the Buckeyes very comfortable on this pitch as well.
A first ever regular season title for Ohio State. This pass up top, taken by Colin Cordilla. He'll share the rock with Logan Peters. Shot clock's down at 20. Stinging the opposite corner with a rip for Colin Cordilla. Rutgers has tied it.
Number 88 in red is a Rutgers legacy. His father played lacrosse for the Scarlet Knights, and he and his brother carrying on that tradition. I didn't like how Cordilla started the game. 2 turnovers, but watch him recognize the short stick matchup on Blake Island, and he is just going to get a step, get his arms free, and he tattoos the upper 90. Look at the placement and velocity of that out.
Scarlet Knights in the all-scarlet against the Scarlet and Gray from Columbus, Ohio, the top seeds in this 1-1 tilt almost halfway through the opening quarter. On a rainy day in Ann Arbor, Michigan, there's a whistle and foul, a holding call that's going to give the ball to Rutgers.
This Ohio State defense just collapses whenever that ball goes anywhere near the interior. And I think Rutgers got away with a chicken wing, meaning the offensive player clamped down the offensive player's stick.
Bullseye. Cordilla again goes 5-hole, this time on Viak.
Cordilla was fantastic a week ago here in the Scarlet Knight. Use his hot hand. Look at the ball movement. Cordilla uses the pick, and just that little rub gets Bobby Van Buren off his track. No slide, because let's face it, the Buckeyes aren't used to sliding when number 44 is older. He's so tall and so athletic.
Straightened up quickly, grazed off of him, and again off the bar. Still possession for Ohio State and plenty of time to shoot. O'Leary on the hop, 3rd time's the charm. He just missed it there, wide of the goal.
Ooh. Second chance opportunity there. You see Stoller pops it in the air. The thing about Carden is he's not a guesser. He just uses that big frame and athleticism to his advantage.
Took that one right off the grill, right off the face mark. The face mask of the netminder. Submarine score! Marinier! All dialed in so far today.
There he is, number 5 in white. He's had the ball in his stick for what, maybe 2-3 seconds?
I was going to say 3/10 of a second.
That snappy release, his range is something special. Rutgers is going to have to do a better job of locating 5. Look at that. He is wide open at the top of the key. 1-100, 2-100, 3-100, and then he just rips it.
Him, Stefanos. Change it up for Marinier. Out on the flank, Liam White trying to run past his defender. Shot clock's at 20. McKenna. Isolating against Scalamandre. Rolling back, 10 seconds to shoot. Haas fakes. Marinier Marinier off the hitch, lets it fly, he scores! A first quarter hat trick for Marinier.
Watching this possession, you can see Rutgers slides more than Ohio State. But this is not bad defense, and you just saw number 92 in red, Carden Stoller, point to himself and say, that's my bad. I love the closeout here by Rutgers. Younger Kiss, look, he gets hands on, throws him off his line, and then that shot just eludes and fools Stoller. Look at that.
Looking for the first strike in this second quarter. It was 3-2 for Ohio State after 15 minutes. Marinier with all three. Haas forced away by Stefanos. O'Leary off the roll dodge. Haas gets it coordinated for Liam White, freshman who hails from Illinois. Skip it on through. Boom! Matthews with a bomb from the outside.
Gannon Matthews from the lacrosse hotbed of Eagle, Idaho, via Cleveland State transfer. Look at Tasty, incredible save and awareness by Van Buren and Falster to just get that thing back in his cross to keep the rebound from becoming a problem. And once again, the Rutgers defense, too much ball watching, allows a shooter like Matthews to get free. Beautiful look from Liam White, the step down, the rip.
Interchanging with Liam White. Off the sweep, fires, that goes wide. Backed up on the end line by Haas with 18 seconds to shoot.
White is such an intelligent player. I love how he recognized the defense sloughing off, giving him that shot opportunity.
10 seconds on the shot clock. O'Leary fakes it, passes inside on the dunk. It's Matthews.
What a look. Short time on the shot clock. And Matthews, right at goal line extended, got open. But this is really, you can see the raindrops coming down. You can see the threading of the needle. Haas just passes it up top. O'Leary finds Matthews, and watch Matthews in super slow motion go underneath. Younger Kiss, just a little bit out of position, tries to crowbar Matthews, but you see the strength of number 24 in White. And
defender. McKenna tied up at the hands there by Splain. McKenna, good look to Haas. He scores. And a foul.
Whatever this foul is, it looks like it's going to be wiped out as the official making the signal. We'll see what the adjudication is, but I thought Splain did a nice job of tying up McKenna, and I believe Rutgers created offense on this situation, sliding, as we're going to take a look at what if this holds, it's a dead ball foul. So it's wiped out. It was a push call against Rutgers, but watch Splain, good defense, tied up, still has him, really no reason to go. And there's 3 red jerseys that go, and then the backside is wide open, and that is where Haas parks himself and gets an easy one.
You used an SAT word. I don't think I can spell adjudication, by the way. Between these two programs, the first one way back in 1953.
Long time ago. And this is now danger zone time if you're Rutgers. This is not a team built to come back from big deficits.
At the midline, this is goosed over by Cullen Brown.
Great play by Aiello.
Scarlet Knights benefit as a result with Mendyke. Little give and go, right to the cage. He scores! Tommy Mendyke.
Initially, I was going to chirp J.J. Aiello, number 0 in red, for not being near his defender. But watch Cullen Brown. He gets a little lackadaisical. And great job by Alelo to disrupt that ground ball opportunity for Marinier and Ohio State. And then a little give and go to the pole. Mendyke showing off he can handle the 70 inches of titanium in close against Big Taste. A healthy brouhaha between the Blue Jays and the Buckeyes.
We've seen a few things a time or two in this Big Ten tournament. Never fails to delight lacrosse fans. J.J. Aiello blanked only by Army and Ohio State this season. Points in all other 13 games.
Ohio State in a little bit of a zone right here, packing it in. Maybe giving their defense a rest after that turnover by Tasty.
Snapshot, score! Lawler from deep, and it's a 2-goal game.
The senior with the worm burner. Ohio State loves to hunt the ball. Not saying they can't play zone, but great ball movement by the Scarlet Knights. Ohio State's been short sticking Aiello, number 0, in red all game long. And here in the zone, they just give a little too much cushion. He loads up, locates his shot, and beats the big man down low.
Scarlet Knights able to clear. It's Younger Kiss bringing it along for Scalamandre as the short stick middies look for the slow break. Younger Kiss fires. Fayok made the save.
Love the slow break, find the trail, but can't solve the big man between the pipes.
Van Buren will outlet. Lidl looks to go. 4-on-2 fast break. Down low. Score! Donnery on the business end of the break.
It's a 2-goal turnaround. Instead of it being 6-5, Rutgers trailing by 1. The Buckeyes use Big Tasty. I love this find. Younger Kiss, beautiful shot. Was going to be a high bouncer, but it ricochets off of the body of Caleb Fayok. And how about that tough ground ball from Bobby Van Buren? Soaks a few checks, gets it up the field, and there's Lidl finding his man inside. Love the pump fake, move the defense, get it down low, and O'Leary makes no mistake.
2:20 to go. Curdilla, Colin that is, working against Dante Bowen. Finds the open man at Summer. Kelly's next. Around the horn, Lawler. Shot clock's at 20. Lawler with room. Fires, scores! Second on the day for Justin Lawler.
Lawler laying the hammer down. Almost a carbon copy of a goal he scored earlier this quarter. Good ball movement beats a good defense, and that's what Rutgers did on this sequence. Lawler up top, Curdilla drags the defense down. They shade, step, fire, 5-hole, number 40 in red. Lawler keeping the Rutgers Scarlet Knights in this one.
Lawler's first multi-goal game of the season. They love it on the sideline.
Classic to Maryland in that Big Ten Tournament Championship game, and then lost in the National Championship game a few weeks later on Memorial Day. And this 2025 edition trying to replicate, do that one better.
Golden Buckeye, Creators Trophy, Big Ten regular season title, and then he said, hey, we need to exhale and get set. They've had a solid week of practice getting ready for this semifinal. They have a 2-goal lead, make it 3. Diving effort from Liam White.
Big goal for Ohio State. Rutgers seized some momentum, started making plays, and Liam White, the freshman, unlucky for Ryan Splain. Younger Kiss on the defense, gives way to Splain, and watch, he's just gonna fall down. Good job by Liam White. Look at the inside roll. He uses his body almost as a battering ram, uses his leverage of his left shoulder to get inside of Splain. And then as he's falling, that is Jack Oldman. That earns the flag. You can get a conduct foul. It's a good way out for officials when they don't want to give a full minute, and they just give that conduct and a 30-second man up to Ohio State.
See the special teams numbers there, bottom of the screen. Ohio State 11 for 31 on extra man. Conversion on the turnaround shot with Sheehan.
When teams make mistakes, good teams, championship teams capitalize. And that's exactly what Ohio State does on this extra man set. They get into it quick. Sheehan is just going to find a soft spot on the interior. He drags across, and too much room being given to number 10 in white. Catch, turn, shoot. Doing it all different ways here for this Ohio State defense. Such a treat to watch. He's fun. He's really, really fun to watch play lacrosse.
Buckeyes defensively, their goals against average has been among the national leaders for most of the season. This team rolling right along at 12-2. Only losses to Utah and Maryland. Utah was the season opener. It sprung them into an 11-game win streak. Jump shot here, score! Turning the corner, McKenna.
The Buckeyes are starting to feel it. Nick Myers pointing to his defense. Good job. You're the ones that gave us this opportunity. Again, it's Liam White. I love him as an initiator, a party starter, a guy that gets the defense rotating. Quick jab move, comes back again, and there's McKenna, the Leviathan, lurking behind the cage. 6'6", stick back and taking a quality shot.
Brady, Collin, the Cordillas hooking up there. That one's off the outside of the post. And they'll get a reset to a 60-second shot clock.
Fun fact, 41 in white, Kyle Foster is a scratch golfer. Unbelievable golfer. Could probably play at the collegiate level if he wasn't so good at lacrosse.
That is a fun fact. Might have to go for a putting lesson.
Get ready to have your wallet emptied.
Feed inside, score! Beautiful ball movement for Sellers, put away.
Rutgers isn't going to go quietly. They continue to fight. Zeller has had a terrific season for this Rutgers team. His father was an All-American defenseman at the University of Virginia back in the 90s. Good offense, spread out Ohio State, look for an opportunity, and there it is right there. Just good ball movement, and I like the crashing of the crease. This is a Rutgers team that's on track.
A Rutgers team on the road back here in Ann Arbor. You think about it, when they won here back on Saturday, it's the first time Rutgers has won 3 true road games against ranked teams since 2003. Trying to duplicate the feat today. 2:47 left. Buckeyes buckling up defensively. Island on the outside. An inverted Hayden Summer. He'll go against Cullen Brown. Summer, topside, interior Lawler. Turns and scores! The hat trick for Justin Lawler.
I love this play drawn up by offensive coordinator Eric Saramet for the Scarlet Knights. Lawler has been terrific off ball. He's shown range with 2 bombs early in this contest. But Summer is just going to use the 2-man game behind the cage, rubs off the pick, and there's Lawler, a right-handed player. I love how he just puts his foot in the dirt, spins back to his strong hand to the Wolverines, and then the first ever win over Maryland as a member of the Big Ten Men's Lacrosse Conference, and first since 1980. So a lot to be proud of for this Scarlet Knight team thus far in 25.
Mark, we're in the final minute. The top-seeded Buckeyes have the ball in a 3-goal lead. Liam White with a rock, and he'll run for cover. Shot clock at 58, game clock at 38. Buckeyes can maintain possession and run it out from here. Matthews, though, sights the empty net and scores.
That should ice it up for the Buckeyes. We saw Nick Myers, head coach of Ohio State, stalking the official, was ready to call a timeout should his team have gotten in trouble. But again, it's by committee. Sheehan, Matthews, Haas, McKenna, Marinier, all guys producing for this Buckeye team. And oh, by the way, Liam White, what a playmaker he has been here today for this Ohio State team. And offensive coordinator Justin Tuma